In Thailand, there are as many as 1.6 million Thai people who got addicted to yaba. This is yaba alone. We're not taking into account of other drugs.
For people that have been using yaba, in some cases going to Buddhist monasteries for a detox. What's this about? Yaba. It's a powerful drug that is a mix of meth and caffeine, and it is sweeping across Southeast Asia. It's been around for decades, but it still seems to have a grip on the region. Hello, I'm Priya. This is What in the World from the BBC World Service, and today we're zooming in on the Golden Triangle, which is where yaba is produced. It's a region that borders Thailand, Myanmar and Laos, and it is the world's most active synthetic drug production zone. That is according to the United Nations Office for Drugs and Crime. We're going to explain who is making yaba, where it's going, and also why some people seem to be going to Buddhist monasteries for a detox. So to go through this, we're joined by our BBC reporter in Bangkok, Panisa Amosha. Hi Panisa, it's good to have you.
Hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. It's brilliant to have you with us. You've actually been looking into this for us and looking at what the situation is with yaba in Thailand. So firstly, what do we know about why people take yaba? What kind of physical effects does it have?
So basically, yaba is the combination of stimulants of methamphetamine or amphetamine stimulant with coffee. So basically, it gives you the stimulus, the stamina. In the past, we call this yaba yama. In Thai, it means horse pill. It used to be legal in Thailand during around after World War II. We import this yama, methamphetamine or amphetamine tablets from a pharmaceuticals in England. And with that the tablet that come in, they used to have a horse stem onto it. So hence it's the name of yama. It was so super popular among laborers, among truck drivers. Also, it's relatively cheaper compared to other sophisticated drugs like crystal meth. That's a little bit more sophisticated, more expensive. Hence, in short, it's relatively more accessible for people with lower income. The reasons we name it yaba, because if you translate it, yaba means mad pill. So back in 1996, the government, I told you that in the past it was legal, but then the government decided, oh wait, there's a lot of bad side effect into that, and we don't want to promote the normal or the citizens to use this yama thing. So they changed the name from yama to yaba, and actually around those times, it has already been illegal as well.
But what about some of the other negative side effects as well, or particularly when the effects wear off?
So basically, in short term related to health, you can have rapid heartbeat, you can have your body temperatures rising so high that could be dangerous for you, it could be life or death. And in longer term, there is also a word called a meth mouth, where basically your tooth kind of decays, you have gum disease, and also it can cause problem with your mental as well. It can give you paranoia, it can make you anxious, and this also can lead to many problems. And ultimately, if you overdose on it, it could mean life or death.
So if it's now illegal, but also we also know it's really highly addictive and there are people who are hooked onto it, right?
According to the UNODC report, it has been reported for many years, but the latest report on 2025, which actually referred to the data from 2024, said that in Thailand, there are as many as 1.6 million Thai people who got addicted to yaba. This is yaba alone. We're not taking into account of other drugs. The age range that got addicted to drug in general, the most yaba included, is those around 25 to 29.
So yaba, as you say, is not a new drug. It's existed for decades. A lot of its production is coming from an area known as the Golden Triangle. Take us there. Tell us about it.
The Golden Triangle is actually the border area between three countries. So it's between the northern part of Thailand, the Myanmar, and also the Laos. These Golden Triangles were in the past well known to be the production hub of opium. And when the market moved on from opium, it's become a production hub instead for methamphetamines or yaba now today. According to the UNODC's report, currently at the moment, as of 2025, the main productions area dealing like among this Golden Triangle was actually in Chan State in Myanmar. There are actually reasons behind that. Because in Myanmar, ever since the February 2021 coup d'etats, there even more intense conflict between the central government and the ethnic group.
Yeah, so essentially, since the military took over Myanmar in 2021, there's been increased drug production. Armed groups have also been relying on some of the profits from the drug trade. Who exactly is able to make synthetic drugs on such an industrial scale within the Golden Triangle? Who's behind it?
In the eastern Chan State, which actually predominantly governs by the Wa ethnic group, we're also talking about transnationals crimes organization or syndicate group. Sometimes we don't know the name of it, but for the smaller tablet, for the smaller yaba, maybe a smaller people can just buy in the machine to build it and to sell it, like maybe to the borders, to to the peoples in the village.
Okay, and then when it comes to how it's being dealt with, I was reading before we have this conversation today, and I came across loads of different kind of local news articles in Thailand talking about different seizures or arrests to do with yaba. But what are authorities able to do?
Yeah, so let's talk about Thailand first. The attempt, right? The attempt to try to solve this problem has been for so long. Let me take you a little bit back in 2003. At that time, the government at that time under the former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra used to declare war on drugs. The numbers of the yaba circulate in the country was lower before, when you compare like the war on drug policies and before that, but it's come with a strong criticism and backlash because it's actually, there's a lot of human rights violations and a lot of scandals around that time. What they've been doing lately is that in the past, if you have up to 5 tablets of yaba, you can actually qualify for a rehabilitation program. But now, since June 2024, they reduced the number to only 1 tablet or the equivalent of 100 milligrams. The problems with the prison in Thailand is already flooded with a lot of people with 1 yaba, the tablet, or 2 yaba, and people are arguing that it doesn't really capture the main guy, even though they're trying so hard to capture the main guy.
So the law at the moment then says that if you are caught with 5 yaba pills on you, that's going to lead to some kind of sentencing or potentially prison time. But if you're caught with 1 on you, then that's less clear really what happens, but more likely some kind of rehabilitation. So is it possible to know how much yaba is in Thailand specifically right now?
It's really hard to know exactly how many yaba are circulating in Thailand. But I got a stat from 2024, and you'd be surprised that Thailand actually seized more than 1 billion tablets just last year alone on yaba. Thailand is not the main production hub, but what we are is we are the main transit for this yaba to distribute to other countries. And we also the main target as well. It's like there's a lot of customers in Thailand that buy yaba that produce in the Golden Triangle. So long story short, a lot of tablets of yaba here.
It is not just Thailand though, is it? There's actually pretty developed routes from the Golden Triangle to other countries where there's also demand for it.
This yaba that produced from the Golden Triangles got actually distributed across Southeast Asia. And remember, I talked to you about a little bit, not on the yaba, but the sophisticated version of it, which is the crystal meth. So this one is more expensive. So it's go to more high market value country. For example, there's a report on Australia, is also even hit South Korea or some of it of Japan. The organized crime organization, they're also like, they're getting better, right? They have chemists, they have laboratory, and what they also develop is the route, right? If the border is not working, they use maritime, they use small vessel, they use bigger or larger boats.
And I guess when we're talking about how much is being seized or how much is being imported and exported between countries, we also have to keep in mind that, like in the case of Thailand, authorities are trying to do more to clamp down on it. So they're, part of that will come into increased numbers as well. But can I ask you, Panita, about something really interesting that I was reading? And for people that have been using yaba, in some cases going to Buddhist monasteries for a detox. What's this about?
Yeah, it's very specific. I think it's very cultural things about Thailand. It's actually called Wat Tham Kabok or Tham Kabok Temple. It has been doing this program for at least 60 years, 6 decades. That's a lot of time. So the monks who lead this Wat Tham Kabok, when they admit the patients, they will have the patients vow before the Buddha image to like, after this, I will never touch any drug in my life. And they're trying to change the behavior because they believe that with drug problem with the patients, the behavior change, and learning the Buddhist way would be able to help them. They have school children come in, talk to the patients, talk to the former drug addict, and like telling experience in order to make sure that they can prevent people getting on drug on the first place.
Panisa, thank you for educating us a little bit about what is happening with Yaba in Thailand. It's really fascinating.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Well, that's it from us for today. Thanks to you for joining us. If you have got any questions about what you've heard in this episode, or if there's something happening in your part of the world that you think would be good for us to look into, then do drop your comments below. I'm Priya, this is What in the World, and we'll see you again soon.